The Republican Party is full of people living in their own world, from their so-called alternative facts to the big lie that Donald Trump actually won the election and that it was rigged in favor for Joe Biden, and so on and so forth. Now, it's really difficult to fact-check Republicans, not because of the task itself of fact-checking, but because there are so many lies that they spew. It's exhausting to take the time and energy to fact-check each of their statements. A large percentage of what they say isn't based on anything at all. Donald Trump is one such person who lives in their own world. A large percentage of what Donald Trump says isn't based in truth, it isn't based in facts, and I would say 90% of what Donald Trump says are just flat out lies. Now, Donald Trump recently spoke at CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, a few days earlier, when you really got some insight into his thinking. Now, in this clip, he's specifically talking about the straw poll. They just give out a poll to people attending this conference and see who they want to be the Republican nominee for 2024. But it really gives you a look into what Donald Trump's mind actually looks like, how his mind works in terms of polling in general. Take a look at Donald Trump, this brief snippet, and then let's discuss.
Because I've done this, and we've had, and by the way, you have a poll coming out. Unfortunately, I want to know what it is. They do that straw poll, right? Now, if it's bad, I say it's fake. If it's good, I say that's the most accurate poll perhaps ever taken. And I know they have it. I guess it gets announced after. I want to find out. Are you going to? Oh, he won't. He won't tell me. I know, Matt. He won't tell me. Well, whatever the hell they get it released. I'll tell you, here's the story. If it's bad, it'll be front page news in the newspapers. If it's great, they won't even cover it. I hate to tell you that, Matt.
So this really is a mask-off moment for Donald Trump, and it's so surprising to me that it seems like parody. If it's bad, I say it's fake. If it's good, I say it's the most accurate poll that I've ever seen. And the fact of the matter is, despite him saying this about the straw poll, that's applicable to every poll Donald Trump has ever seen. If it's bad, he just calls it fake. There's no evidence for him saying it's fake. It's not based on reality that he's saying it's fake. Now, you can argue about the properties of the tests being admitted, the properties of the polls, whether or not it's a good sample size. But I'm not going to leave it up to Donald Trump to make that argument, because that's not what he's talking about. It's as simple as that. If he thinks it's bad, it's fake. If it's good, it's the most accurate thing he's ever seen. This is really just a form of cognitive dissonance if I've ever seen one. This really is just confirmation bias. Things that I believe, good. Things that I don't believe, bad. It's just so simplistic that it's laughable, really. It really is laughable. Now, the fact of the matter is, people hear that, and not only do they stand by Donald Trump for saying that, but they themselves adopt that view. They take that view on themselves. And now you have a large mistrust in polling. You have people that are just calling the polls fake, people that don't really understand how the polling process works, but because Donald Trump said it, they believe it. I'm convinced that Donald Trump has broken politics for the good. The Republican Party, you just say things. You can just say anything. You could say the sky is red and they'll believe it. You could say Donald Trump won the election and they'll believe it. You can make any sort of accusation about anything, and Republican supporters will believe that. I don't understand how people can hear Donald Trump say things like this and say, yeah, that makes sense. Bad, fake, good, accurate. I think that, there's a rupture in politics today. It's Democrats versus Republicans, and that's it. People are partisan as all hell. But it's important to call things like this out because it's so simplistic and so laughable that I hope there's a Republican voter out here that sees this clip and takes a second to think, wow, this really isn't a good view to have. Wow, Donald Trump calls a lot of polls fake. It's really crazy how all of the polls that don't show Donald Trump in the lead, he calls fake. So if you're a Republican voter, consider this your aha moment. Take a moment, take 3 minutes after this video, and just think to yourself, is this a statement that you yourself believe? Is this something that you yourself want to stand by? Chances are, if you just took the time to think about it, you'd realize that this guy is off his rocker. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Agree or disagree, let's have a conversation. And subscribe to join the political revolution against mainstream media. CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News, they're all bought and paid for. Independent progressive media is the path forward. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.